Hello, ogres, and no, that's way too close. Hello, ogres, and welcome to episode 188. I'm not recording on
E-meter.
voice meter.
Voice meter.
I'm not. I need to do that. Hopefully it doesn't crap out again. That's like the third time that's crapped out.
Yeah. Your computer's just like, what are you doing trying to stream? Stop it.
I know, right? Like I haven't done that a million times before. Okay, hold on before I do the intro. I need my mouse.
I need my mouse.
I need my mouse.
Oh, Lordy Jesus.
Lordy Jesus. Okay, voice meter. Right click. Podcast. Dueling Others. Hey everybody, it's the Dueling Others show. They're live right now on DuelingOthers.com. Okay, it's recording. So hopefully that stays recording and doesn't poop out for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
Stupid. The big dummy.
Come on, voice meter. You got this.
Big dummy poop head. 189. I guess while I'm over here, I can pull up the script. The writing's wrong, but that's fine.
What do you mean?
It says 188 instead of 189.
What, Remington?
You're not reading it. It doesn't matter. You.
I noticed.
I
I just didn't say anything because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Well, that's nice of you, Brandon. I appreciate everything you do for me.
I know.
Everything.
Everything.
What did it cost? Everything. Come on, Brandon. Keep up.
I know what you were doing.
Did you?
I just can't do a Thanos.
Oh.
What did it cost? Everything.
Everything. It cost everything, Andy. Aunt B's vagina was flapping in the wind. Man, I miss really gross.
There's some Foley for you.
But you did it better last time. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, I like it.
God, I'm working up a sweat. It's hot in here.
It'll get hot as we record.
Yep, that'll happen.
It'll do it. That's a thing. It's a thing that'll do it. Okay. Hello, ogres, and welcome to episode 189. Thank you for joining us, as always, on this very shiny Tuesday evening, Earth Day, June 4th, 2019. I'm your host, Remington Hitchcock, and with me, as always, my co-host, Brandon Full. Say hello, Brandon.
Hello.
Wow, you went right to that, did you? Okay.
What? That's just how I say hello.
Is it?
I've done it for years.
That's true. You have done that for years. Just clicking around on things. Don't let me throw you off.
You already did because you just turned away. It's like you're having a conversation with somebody and then they just do this and turn and face a different direction. It's like, well, okay then. I guess this conversation is done. Yeah, see, the more you spin, the more awkward it becomes. I'm now staring at your back.
So, Brandon, how have you been?
It's not going to pick up with all that foam that you've put on the walls here.
It'll pick up. It just won't pick up as well. That's why I'm yelling so loud.
I've been pretty good, I guess. Remington's back.
Does it sound like I'm a mile away, everybody?
You are so happy about this foam.
I am. All right, so for those of you out in video land, you can see here on the sides of the walls as I stroke sensually on the foams that I got some audio foam just to knock down the little bit of echo that would happen here and there. There's still just a tiny bit. I haven't put it all up yet, but that was in large part paid for by the work that I did for Slev,
Oh,
for
nice.
Slev86 over on Twitch. Okay, should have sound again. Gonna do a nice big pop out so we can see the chat better.
I just smelled the phone.
Good job, Brandon. Proud of you. Let me know when you can see it.
I'm good.
See it?
Yep. Yup.
We'll go one more. Okay.
Voices.
So here's how we're going to play this. I will just pull the recording from the video because I imagine that my computer just needs restarted.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just pull the audio from the video
Okay.
and we'll go from there. So it
Okay.
might be a little less than what it usually is, but it's okay. You son of a bitch.
You bastard.
You dirty whore.
We're really going at that drink.
I'm super fucking thirsty. I have not drank much today, so. Okay, so if the voices stop, all of a sudden, just let us know and scream or whatever at us with your chat words, and we'll get it fixed. The Subway cup with the green screen.
Can you see my hand behind it?
No, they can't see your hand. I love that that's a running gag now, though. No, they can't see your hand! And I will watch it from... So we don't really need this going. An update to it. But I will pull up voice meter. And then if that bar stops showing up...
Then we have cut out.
Yeah, then we've cut out.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So where were we? Where did we last leave off, guys?
You were talking about going to the school for voiceover work.
Right, yes.
You went up to the radio station.
So for just to recap then, for those of you who notice in Streamland, I got some new foam on the walls that was paid for by work I did for Slev86 on Twitch. And the school asked me to do some voiceover for a commercial. I auditioned for it, and then they contacted me and said, hey, you want to do this commercial stuff for us? I was like, yeah, sure. So they emailed that over to me, and I took a couple of the pieces of foam and just kind of put it up against my desk so I could, knock down some of the reflection. Because I noticed when I was recording the first bit of Hocus Focus, which I'm going to do the audiobook for the Diamond Man, Stephen Hines.
Yeah.
I noticed, like, I could hear it in my ears, the just subtle echo. This check. Okay, that's good. We might be a little bit quieter, but
Check. Okay.
yeah. So we might be a little bit quieter, but I switched the thing. Instead of going through voice meter, now we're just going straight into the stream.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, so they asked me to do this voiceover, and I agreed, and I was using that foam kind of almost as a test to continue working on Hocus Focus.
Yeah.
And it seemed to do a pretty good job at just knocking everything down. So I'm pretty happy with
What
it.
did you have to do for the commercial? What was your line?
I mean, it was a 30-second script.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't have it memorized. I just read it off as I go and reread it.
I was going to say, because you don't have a great track record with reading things.
So I went through and recorded that commercial. It took me, for 2 versions at about 30 seconds apiece, I recorded it, I don't know, 15, 20 times.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mostly because I wasn't happy with, like, the tone that I was using.
Here at WVUP.
Here at WVUP. Oh, I'm just doing all the things over here. I'm just getting all the degrees.
Come study.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah, that tone was wrong.
Yeah, it really didn't.
That.
Yeah, it didn't fit the professionalism that I was looking for.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I did that last night. And otherwise, like we haven't been recording. We talked about it a little bit last episode, but
yeah.
I think we're finally going to get back to the point where we'll be able to record every week.
Yeah.
So should be every week, maybe every other week, but should be a little bit more consistent. I had got a job working with Ginger's brother, who opened up his own hot dog shop. We talked about that. I got a job at Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. I think we talked a little bit about that. So, like, one week I was working at the hot dog shop and going from there to Cheddar's in the evening and training.
Yeah.
And then I was Invisible Subways. Sup, Kaiser? I'm pretty sure that's Kaiser, right? Oh, you can't see it?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure
I
it
can
is.
see it. I just had to salutations. Yep. Maybe it is.
It is. He's the only asshole who would say salutations in chat.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
All right, Zombie, thanks for the lurk. Have fun at adulting. The cam is just right there in the way. Let's do this instead. Let's bring it over here.
No.
And this can go over here.
It's playing musical chairs.
Yep. We'll get it. I'm just a little rusty. We'll get it. I've got some new setup. Oh, the space in the background? Yeah. Reaching for the stars. There's a shadow on the stars because, breaking the fourth wall. I could feel you shivering. I mean, I know that you just have nerve damage, but it's like you're shivering to hold my hand. Oh. So, where was I?
I don't know.
Cheddar's.
I got all thrown off.
I know. I'm sorry. I just keep doing that. I keep derailing. It'll all come out in post. So I was doing the Cheddar's thing and doing the hot dog place thing. I was fucking beat. And then I worked my first weekend at Cheddar's by myself. Still pretty beat. On Sunday, I got in 7.72 miles of walking.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. So my feet were really tired. But I think my body is starting to acclimate. I've had a little bit more energy this week. Also, things have kind of slowed down. I didn't work all that many hours, but I was just on my feet constantly.
Yeah.
And it was just kicking my body's ass.
So what's your initial impressions of waiting tables?
By the end of Sunday, my brain was pretty gooey.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know the menu very well. I don't know what I can and can't do per se. Like, I can deal with the people. That's no problem. I've been warning people as I sat them. I'm like, my name is Remington. I'll be your server. Thanks for coming to Cheddar Scratch Kitchen. Just to let you know, I'm a little green. So if I mess anything up, just feel free to let me know. I'll get it fixed as soon as I can. No big deal.
Yeah.
So everybody's been pretty receptive to that. As long as you let people know that, hey, I'm still learning. There's a chance I'll fuck up, but I'll fix it. No worries. They're usually pretty accommodating.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I have found in my years of existence, is that if you let them know that you're a bit of a fuck up, they'll excuse you to a certain extent. So, and it's funny because I think there was one table that I didn't let know that I was kind of new, and you could tell by the interaction that they were they were less accommodating. They were more expectant of me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't really mess anything up, but maybe I was just a little slow for them compared to, what other seasoned servers can do.
Yeah.
So, But I'll get it. I'll pick it up.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Yeah. It's just a matter of repetition to learn the ins and outs, the bits and bobs that go along with it.
Have you had like a big lunch rush yet? Have you worked through like a lunch rush?
Sunday was my busiest day. I worked the evening shift, so 4 to like, I think it was like 8:30 when they cut me. But I still, well, they didn't cut me until I think 9:30, but I didn't have a table from like 8:30 on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I think they just kind of forgot to cut me.
Yeah.
And so I was just running around doing whatever because I will work until somebody tells me to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So when they finally said, hey, you're cut, I went and I did all my side work and then I left. But that was like, 10:15 by the time I got out of there.
How big of a section are you in normally?
It was just 4 tables. So that's what they did. I guess they're only supposed to give you 2 tables. But that first day that I worked, the other guy who was supposed to be in that section with me was not there.
Oh, nice.
So I ended up getting 4 tables.
That's classic restaurant, too.
Yeah. Yep, 100%.
Well, we're supposed to give you only 2 tables to train on, but the other guy's not here, so welcome to waiting tables.
Yep.
You got 4 now.
And I handled that just fine. So that was Friday morning. And Saturday, I worked Saturday morning, so neither one of those were super busy.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday was my busiest one. And I think I made, for the time that I was there, I made $80 in tips.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I did okay. I was a little shocked. I didn't think that I had made that much, but according to the paperwork, I had.
Did you steal money?
No. Because it tells...
Wink.
No, because it tells you how much... Like if they... All the credit cards are accounted for.
Mm.
But but if they pay in cash, then the computer keeps track of what cash you owe the restaurant.
Yeah, you can't leave a trail with cash.
Yeah. So I just gave them what the restaurant said that I owed them, and then the rest was mine for tips, I guess. So.
And it was all totally above board.
I did at least my 10%. Because I think they keep saying you're required to, by law to claim 100% of your tips, but nobody ever does, ever.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
required by law to do that.
Yeah, but nobody ever does.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single person does.
I always did.
No, you didn't.
When I was a server.
You're also a liar.
It would automatically adjust to the minimum amount of tips you had to claim, and everybody would just hit enter on that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it does there, too. So I think it ended up claiming like 16% or something like that by the end of it, because there was credit card tips and regular tips. So whatever. Anyway. So that's been my experience so far. Hot dog place is fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, who may not live around here, the hot dog place is in Marietta. It's called Pioneer Dogs, and it's right on the river, right next to the Lafayette Hotel, the historic Lafayette Hotel. Diamond Batman. Hello, Sleeping Quill. Welcome. Waiting to see if they're going to say anything else. Is that Diamond Man?
I don't know.
It's the only person I would... Unless they're just... Because it's sparkly.
Yeah, sparkly Batman.
Yeah.
That could be it, too.
Could be. But, so yeah, going back to the hot dog place, it's fun. Located right there on the river, and I get to watch boats, and the weather's usually nice, and see people running, and stare at butts, and it's fantastic.
Stare at butts, fondling wieners. It all
Yep.
sounds great.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Yep. How have you been, man?
I've been pretty good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
About 50%, Brandon.
50%? Oh, I like 75%, man.
Yeah.
What can I do to get you to 75%?
Give me about another week.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
No, work's been going all right for me. They cut hours, which has sucked.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for a second job.
Yeah.
And it's just hard for me to I'm lazy.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to get off my ass and actually go look for something. I'm the opposite. When you say that you'll work until somebody tells you not to,
Yeah.
I will not work until somebody tells me to work.
Right. Yeah.
I'm the opposite there.
I mean, the first step to recovery is acknowledgement, right?
Yeah.
So at least you acknowledge that you're lazy.
I just don't like work.
I mean, nobody likes work, but you gotta pay bills.
Yeah, exactly. But do I?
Do you pay bills? I guess so. I assume so. Are they gonna have a less sparkly Robin that is still sparkly but not as sparkly as Batman? Maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know. We'll get to that here in just a few minutes, probably.
Just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
It's 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. We're doing our intro, and we had some bullshit tech issues to attend to, so.
Yeah, I guess it just depends. Sleeping Quill, work, it can be fun, I guess. And I mean, I enjoy my job. I'm not saying I don't enjoy my job. I
Right.
do. So it's not that I go to work and I'm like, oh, God, I don't want to work. It's just in general, doing anything. Doing anything that requires me to get out of bed. I think
To
that's
move.
what depression is. I think I'm
Maybe.
just defining depression right now.
It could be. I mean, that is a thing that you have. So.
Yeah. I have to get out of bed. No
See,
thanks.
I have the same thing, but mine isn't exactly depression. It's more like lack of sleep and knowing that movement causes pain.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to get out of bed because that means I have to move. Walking like a dummy? Like, are you doing the... Yeah, I'm just
What?
moving my legs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
The, what's it called? The silly walks?
the Ministry of Silly
The Ministry
Walks.
of Silly Walks? Are you just ministering it?
Yeah, well,
all the
that's how I
time?
get around.
You should probably do that and not do that. You should probably not do that.
Do that and not do that.
Do...
Flip it and reverse it, back it up.
Du hast.
Butts to butts.
Du hast mich. I don't know. I'm so...
This is impossible.
This
This is an impossible podcast.
This-
The Impossicast.
At least it's not an apocalypse cast.
Pockether.
Apocacast.
That would be a podcast for
Apocalypse.
apothecaries.
Apolacast. Fuck, my mouth didn't know what to do there.
Yeah.
It just started moving. Should we just go to stories?
Yeah. I've been watching Good Omens. Good Omens is awesome.
It looks so good.
It's a 6-episode miniseries based on a book by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman.
Right.
Based on a miniseries by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
About the end of the world. An angel and a demon who are friends, who are trying to stop the apocalypse from happening.
Yeah.
And there's a huge cast of characters.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I finished it last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you just binge watched the fuck out of it. Then.
Yeah, I watched 2 episodes. Or I watched an episode Friday, an episode Sunday, and then 4 episodes last night.
Nice.
So about 4 hours worth. Or 3.5 hours worth that I watched.
I really want to watch it. I might have to pull it up.
Yeah,
Because
you
I still have Prime, so I can still watch it.
Yeah, you should. Each episode's like 55 minutes.
Yeah. Man, that would be a good one. I have to hook it up to the TV. I'm sure Ginger would like to watch it as well.
Yeah, it's David Tennant.
Exactly. So he's probably my favorite Doctor Who. David Tennant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's a great actor. I
He
haven't
is.
seen him in a lot of stuff, but he does a really good job in Good Omens.
Oh yeah, he is. He's a really good actor. Oh well, rest in peace. At least you'll be like Elvis.
Yeah.
Only less famous.
Did he really die on the toilet?
Yes.
That's not a myth.
I don't know.
I thought you were the Elvis connoisseur.
I know nothing about Elvis.
See, you totally could have fooled me, though. You could have pretended.
I could
that
have. But you know me, Brandon. I'd feel bad if I lied to you.
Yeah.
I just don't want you stepping on my blue suede shoes.
Hound dog. Shaking your hips to teenage girls.
No. Mm-mm. Okay.
That's Elvis.
Yeah. Not that
Yeah,
hard
exactly.
to binge a 6-hour show. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Good deal.
Yeah, it's
What
easily
anime
binge
did you
watchable.
watch?
Jateweight.
Jateweight. Well, welcome. This is names that I've never seen before. Hopefully you guys are nice.
They all seem lovely.
They do. Poop is king for digestive system. All the cool lads are eating it.
Oh.
It's so good.
That's true. You just got to take it the other way. You're not supposed to eat it. You're supposed to pop it in your butthole.
Yeah, you're supposed to put the poop back in your butthole. Get it all up in there.
This is going to be the most disjointed, confusing episode of this podcast that we've ever released, Remington.
Probably. So just so you guys in chat know, once we actually start doing the stories, we'll do the stories. We can talk about it a little bit afterward, but we won't pay a ton of attention to the chat unless you start being a real asshole, at which point I will ban the fuck out of you. So that is a thing that will and can happen pretty quickly.
Do you want to go into the Batman story first?
Yes. So if you notice, the episode title is 189, unless I changed it.
I deck you.
Boo, 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 boo. One down. And we'll give you a timeout. Anyway, so the episode title 189 Shiny Batman is a reference to Robert Pattinson. Is that what his
Robert
name is?
Pattinson
Has been confirmed as the new Batman. He's going to play Batman for a 3-movie run. Is that what it is?
3 movies?
Is it a movie or is it just a
it.
short series?
It's a movie for sure.
I got to pull up the story here. Boop, 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 boop. So this is from GameSpot. While surprising at first, vampiric heartthrob than normal, according to a Warner Brothers insider. In a Hollywood Reporter post, director Matt Reeves had a few actors in mind when penning the script. Among those actors was 33-year-old Pattinson, who has since disappeared into smaller movies after stealing teenage hearts in the Twilight series of the late 2000s. The Batman script called for a Bruce Wayne in his 30s. The story would focus more on how Wayne becomes the genius detective he is, instead of rehashing his origin story or displaying his later years as a grizzled crime fighter. So, it happens. Google's reading your mind. It knew that you were going to tune into this podcast today, and it was going to be about Batman.
Yeah. So
See?
it's like, hey, let's give him a heads up.
It's super creepy when it does that. Oh, God, I forgot that I typed that. Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Now that you know you're contractually obligated to use your Twitch Prime sub on me, no purchase necessary, just relinquishing 1 month of free sub to me for the purpose of nicety, offer not valid in any states that begin with Y.
But there's no states that begin with Y.
Ooh! I was really tired when I wrote that one.
Yeah.
So, what are your feelings on this? Because personally, I've not really enjoyed Robert Pattinson as an actor. Period.
I've never seen Robert Pattinson in anything.
Harry Potter.
Oh yes, that's right.
Goblet of Fire.
Harry Potter.
He was
Cedric Diggory.
Yeah, he was Cedric.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, he died well,
Yeah.
but I mean, he was just the classic. Oh, I'm the pretty boy, and I do the good thing and sacrifice myself, even though I was kind of a dick early on. But I wasn't really a dick; it was just peer pressure.
I think he'll make a good Batman, honestly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think so. I think people are overreacting because of the ideas of Twilight being bad,
yeah.
which I've never seen Twilight. I have no desire to. It probably is pretty terrible.
It's not so much the actor's fault. I think it's just that whole movie was just not good.
Any of them?
Yeah. I mean, I started to watch one. I started to watch the first one, and I couldn't even get through it. Like,
Oh, wow.
I was just like, nope. There is just nothing in this that is enticing to me whatsoever.
Is it a lot of awkward, longing stares?
Kinda. I got maybe 10, 15 minutes into it, and I was just like, nope. And this was a day that I wanted to, like, just throw something on and not pay attention to it anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, we'll try this. And I was just like, it was catching my attention enough to let me know that I didn't want it on the television. So Robert Pattinson dying is the best thing he's done in any movie he's in. That's true. He wasn't bad in Harry Potter. He really wasn't. I mean, he played that part well.
Well, and I
It
mean,
was
he's
just
like,
the classic part.
if they're looking for a 30s Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson is in, I guess, his 30s, I assume.
33. I just said it.
Oh, did
Literally
you?
just said
I
it.
don't
Yeah.
know. He's a handsome guy. He can be
He is.
brooding. I
Yeah.
mean, that's half of Bruce Wayne right there.
That's true. And he looks like he has money.
Yeah.
So it works out, I guess. Yeah. I guess we'll have to see what happens when. I mean, the question is how will he be once he dons the cape and cowl?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really. You just have to look natural when you're in that suit, I think, is what it comes down to.
You just have to look natural because wearing it is so unnatural.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to look like you belong in that suit, and that's where most of the acting comes from. And that's where I think Ben Affleck did a pretty decent job
Yeah.
in the suit.
Yeah. I didn't really mind him as Bruce either.
Yeah, he wasn't bad as Bruce. He just seemed like Ben Affleck, though.
Yeah. That's kind of one of those things where, for me, like, I get that you have to pull in big names to do roles, but at the same time, I love watching an unknown actor get put in so we can see what somebody else can do, because you can really throw yourself into the character and not get constantly reminded that it's, Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah.
He's no Michael Keaton. Nobody is Michael Keaton. Wavy, what's up, man? How you doing? Glad to see you back. There's a poor guy that works all the damn time, too.
Do you think Michael Keaton's obsession with being Batman is a little weird?
Is he obsessed with being Batman?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay. Just yes? No
Yeah, pretty
follow-up?
much,
Just yes.
No, I saw a thing that Tom Holland said that during the fight scenes between him and Michael Keaton as the Vulture in
Yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home
Yeah.
or Spider-Man Homecoming, that he would under his breath go, "I'm Batman."
I don't know. Maybe he's just constantly trying to keep the kid humble.
And he was in an interview, and I think it was Conan O'Brien said, "And you were Batman?" And he goes, "No, I am Batman."
That's true. Michael Keaton is not Michael Keaton. He's Batman.
Yeah, Christian Bale was a good Batman too.
Yes, I enjoyed Christian Bale as Batman until he got on to do other films.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after watching him do other films and then hearing like background stuff where he'd be kind of a dick to people and and that sort of thing, where his personal persona just started rubbing me the wrong way.
Yeah,
Going back and watching, and I'm like,
it's kind of hard to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of ran into that with him, which is weird because 9 times out of 10 I can separate them, unless it's like I've seen Affleck in a lot of shit. So to see him as Batman, it's just like it's Affleck as Batman. Oddly enough, I really enjoyed him as Daredevil.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Daredevil movie wasn't that great, but that wasn't Affleck's fault. I think all of Affleck's scenes as Daredevil were really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the dude who played Bullseye severely overplayed it.
Yeah.
And I think
Elektra
was a little overplayed by, what's her name?
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner. West Virginia native Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is how she should be announced at all parties she goes to.
Yeah. I think she was born in like Florida, but then moved up here.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
And then moved away very quickly, I'm sure.
Oh, no. She spent most of her life here.
Really?
Yeah. She went through high, I think junior and, or no, I think she moved up here when she was like 7 to the Charleston area. I was just looking at this maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago for whatever weird reason. I think she was in a new movie, and I was like, oh yeah, she's from West Virginia. I'm gonna go look her up real quick just to
Find jerk-off material.
Refresh
your memory.
No, because she's attractive, but I don't really find her like jerk-off attractive.
Yeah.
I just think she's cute.
Not like Ben Affleck.
Not like, oh my God, I would totally masturbate to Ben Affleck.
Would or have? Could?
So Batman.
Yeah, Batman. Let's talk about that more. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. So you're okay with it?
I'm fine with it,
You
yeah.
want to see how it goes? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I have nothing against him. I think the internet is just being the internet again.
Right. Just constantly being the internet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
internet.
I can see why with their string of like Justice League, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and all those movies.
Yeah.
How they don't have great receptions.
Yeah.
I could see how being a DC fan, especially a Batman fan right now, if you didn't like Batfleck, would be pretty harrowing to see that Robert Pattinson is now being cast.
Yeah, or incensed.
Yeah.
According to sources familiar with Reeves and his thinking, the American director was attracted to Pattinson because the English actor deliberately sought out more low-key roles in lesser-known movies. Despite ultimately winning the role as the Cape Crusader, Pattinson still had competition. Reeves was also considering 29-year-old Nicholas Hoult, X-Men First Class, who's most known as the furry blue beast in the X-Men franchise. Robert Downey, yes? Sure, why not? Really flip the script. Beast in the X-Men franchise. THR notes that nothing prohibits Marvel actors from appearing in DC Warner Brother Pictures and vice versa, but the cross-pollination could cause confusion between branding and characters. I don't really think so because for what, 50 to 75% of the movie he was Beast?
Yeah.
And not Beast. Though Holt wasn't eliminated because of this potential issue, what seems to have secured Pattinson the role as Batman was how convincing he was The Batman is scheduled to hit theaters June 25th, 2021. So you would have preferred Holt? I honestly think I would see Pattinson better as a Bruce Wayne than Holt. Because Holt has this kind of nerdiness to him.
Let me Google. What was his name?
Nicholas Holt.
You said he played Beast?
Yes. It's Hoult.
Oh, yeah, he would have been weird as Batman.
Yeah, for sure. Mike's cut out a bit. Yeah, he's really kind of got a nerdy feel to him. I just don't see Bruce having that. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with the mics cutting out a little bit, just as long as they're still going. It's better than what it was doing before. Which
Yeah,
was
we've been having audio issues
straight up cutting
all
out
day.
So what do you got?
You like Taco Bell, don't you, Remington?
I actually had Taco Bell today, Brandon.
What'd you have?
I had the $5 nacho taco box.
Are the nachos back?
Are
Well,
they?
clearly they are, if you had them.
I mean, I didn't have the nacho box. I had the nacho taco box. Hell yeah, and it lost?
Because there was a national shortage of nachos.
There was a national shortage of nachos?
Mhm.
I mean, we've been doing nacho chips at Cheddar's for like a long time.
Taco Bell nachos.
Oh, specifically Taco
There's
Bell.
a national Taco Bell nacho shortage.
Oh. Weird. Okay,
Yeah.
why?
I don't know. That's not my story. I was just wondering.
I'm out.
No, I went through Taco Bell last week, and there was a sign hanging there that said, due to the popularity of nachos, of our nacho box.
Well, they did fucking two $5 nacho boxes. Of course there was going to be a shortage.
I'm not fucking Taco Bell. Don't come at me like that.
I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying, like, duh, like, marketing team of Taco Bell.
It's good marketing, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Obviously, they sold a bunch of them.
People love them so much. We ran out.
Yes. Bad Spanish accent.
There is something called The Bell,
Okay.
a Taco Bell hotel and resort, which will be a pop-up resort in Palm Springs, California.
I feel like I've heard about this before. What?
This news was just announced like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really? Wait, isn't there one where somebody gets married at a Taco Bell?
Yeah, we discussed that one before.
That's
you can
what
get
it was.
married at the Taco Bell in Vegas, I think.
Right. Yeah, it was something along
Your
those
bouquet
lines.
was made out of the sauces of your choice.
Yes, that's good. So tell me more about this resort and why in the fuck they would think that this is a good idea, and further that there are actually people who will go there. They are. Taco Bell is the best stoner food, especially nachos.
They will serve tacos by bellhop. And Baja Blast and cocktails will be served poolside.
Okay.
There will, of course, be the pool floats. Taco Bell released pool floats that you could buy
Yeah.
of hot sauce packets that you could sleep on.
Okay.
The pop-up will open in August and will also feature Taco Bell gift shop, a nail salon where people can get taco-inspired nail art, and much more. Reservations are open now.
I have reservations about this entire story. Aha! Highbrow humor.
That was good, yeah. That was great.
I've touched you a lot this episode. Your hand is so warm.
I know, I'm burning up. I'm so hot.
You are. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. Burn down the podcast. I don't know. Stupid stories like that just blow my mind. I love it when you bring them, and I hate it when you bring them because I don't have anything to say about it other than why.
You don't think Taco Bell's doing it right?
I don't like Taco Bell so much that I have to go to a resort themed around Taco Bell and get little fucking nachos painted on my nails.
If I paid for us to go to the resort, would you get little fucking nachos painted on your
Of
nails?
course I would, because I'm not paying for it.
And you would enjoy it, I bet.
Hell yes, I would. I'm fine with being pampered. If that means that I have to get little fucking nachos painted on my nails, then so be it. I didn't pay for it.
Would you drink cocktails in the pool?
Yes.
Eat tacos poolside?
Eat tacos in the pool?
Or poolside, either way.
See, that seems like a terrible idea. Taco Bell, tacos, and poolside?
Why is that?
Because you'd be swimming in brown water after a while.
A diarrhea joke, Remington. Doesn't Taco Bell deserve better than that?
No.
When was the last time you got diarrhea from Taco Bell?
I don't think I've ever gotten. But you can't ask me that because I have a steel stomach.
That's true.
Yeah.
I get diarrhea constantly.
just constant anal leakage.
You're going to need to burn this chair because I'm leaving a brand on it.
Leaving a brand on it. Yeah, no.
But no, I don't feel like Taco Bell really gives people diarrhea as often as
Right,
it's said to believe.
That's just the running gag.
If you're
But I was going for the low-hanging fruit, Brandon. Don't call me out on my shit jokes.
a literal shit joke in this case.
Yes, literal and figuratively.
If you're the guy who runs Taco Bell's Twitter accounts,
Mm-hmm.
or the guy who's like the PR brand of Taco Bell,
Right.
you have to just grit your teeth anytime somebody makes a diarrhea joke, right? You have to be like, God damn it, our meat is USDA approved.
Right.
God damn
There's
it.
the minimum amount of wood pulp inside of it.
They found one rat in a chili.
Our reps very quickly develop a thick skin, especially if they're food related. Because that's just it. No matter the location, no matter the restaurant, somebody's gonna get sick and blame it on your food. It's just the way that the world works.
Yeah.
Like, some people are just gonna get sick from eating something. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a little bit of food poisoning. It's probably not gonna kill you. Doesn't mean that they're constantly mishandling their meats or cheeses or vegetables or cross-contaminating. It was probably just one insular incident. For the most part, I think people overreact to when they get sick from food, because our bodies are made to try different foods, and we're by and large hunter-gatherers.
Mm-hmm.
So, our early days were spent trying different things and,
Getting diarrhea.
And trying not to die from it.
Yeah.
So, of course, we drank a lot more water back then.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. What's up, Bearded Bear? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I'm going to fix this real quick while we're taking a break to talk to chat. I just want to do like 4 hours. Can we just do 4 hours?
Yeah, sure.
Yay.
I have like 3 stories.
I only have like 3 stories too. That's fine. We can bullshit. Those fucking... There we go. Much better.
Perfect.
See, exactly. People just like overreacting to it because they like to overreact about things, I feel like. You just have that one asshole who's like, yes, I just got the shits from Taco Bell. I'm going to go complain about it on all of my social medias.
And get free Taco Bell.
Yeah. And that's always the trap, isn't it? Oh, sorry that you got sick. Do you want free Taco Bell?
Yes.
I do. I want all the free Taco Bell. I will come back, and I will shit myself dead again. But I will enjoy the fuck out of that taco while I'm doing it. So I'm doing well, man. How you doing? That little number right there will soon change to 190.
What number?
The over 180 hilarious episodes.
Will you change it yourself, or will it change automatically?
No, I'll change it myself. Yeah.
180 hilarious episodes.
All of them are funny at some point. How funny at any given point is up for conjecture, but
Hilarity happens at some point.
yes,
Yeah, Subway's real fucking good.
it is. I love Subway.
I had a
have-
spicy Italian.
Yeah, I see. I like the regular Italian because you get ham on it.
Mm.
Like same price, but you get more meat. So why
Oh,
not?
do you?
Yeah. There's no reason to get a spicy Italian because they jip you on the meat.
Wow. That is like insider trading tips from Remington. Not insider.
I'm a
but-
fat guy. I read what they put into the thing. You're like, oh, spicy Italian. I like spicy. I like Italian. I'll get that. But
You're
what
like-
you don't realize is that it says, the regular Italian, ham, pepperoni, salami, spicy Italian, pepperoni, and salami.
Oh.
There's no ham.
I feel like this is a conspiracy theory you're explaining to me right now. You're like, look, ham, pepperoni, salami, spicy Italian, pepperoni, salami. There's no ham.
There's no ham. There's no ham, Brandon. Where's the ham, Brandon?
There's no ham.
Where's the ham? Hold on, I gotta change this. Kevin told me earlier, but I didn't believe him.
What?
Stream title. It says 88 instead of 89. Boop, updated. Refresh your browser if you want to see it. Boop, boop. What'd you do with my 2-liter? Grazie, mi amor. Did you fart?
The weird Addams family. Mi amor.
Ooh.
Excuse me while I sniff my own fart.
Okay. So yeah, going back to the Taco Bell resort, I just don't see the need for it, but I hope that they do good, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't really see a need for it either.
Yeah. It was a neat story though, Brandon. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
So are you excited about E3?
Yes, super excited.
What are you excited about specifically?
I'm excited about the Xbox presentation, or the Microsoft presentation, I guess,
Right.
which is 4 p.m. Eastern on Sunday.
Okay.
And then the Bethesda presentation, which is at 9 Eastern.
Okay.
And then the Devolver Digital presentation, which is at like 10 or 10:30, I think, Sunday evening.
What is it that Devolver Digital did recently? I think we had talked about it. Or maybe I was looking at it.
They did Hotline Miami and some other games.
There was another game. That
There was something, yeah.
There was something I was playing, maybe? It was something I was playing? On stream, maybe? I don't remember. Sorry. Threw you off. Hugs do help. Kevin, it's not that I don't love you. It's just that I didn't put it together until Sleeping Quill was far more specific about. Because I think you just said it says 188. And I didn't know what you were talking about.
Classic Kevin.
Classic Kevin, only giving the bare minimum of understanding.
Aw, pity hugs.
Yay, pity hugs. My battery's going dead. So, E3 starts off next week, unofficially even sooner, Whether at home or in Los Angeles, many of us will mentally enter E3 mode this weekend. This is from Destructoid. There is a car alarm going off. I don't think you guys can hear it, but if you can, sorry. EA is doing a stream on Saturday. Is it you?
I hope not.
Pull your keys out and do it that way. Oh, it was totally you. It just went off.
I didn't do anything with my
Did you
keys.
hit the buttons?
No, I didn't do anything. My hands are here.
Well, I saw you poke in your pocket.
To check my keys to see if it was me or not.
Oh, okay. EA is doing a stream on Saturday with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, but things truly kick off this Sunday. Microsoft presser with 14 different Xbox Game Studio projects at 1 p.m., Bethesda's Doom Eternal and Friends event at 5:30 p.m., and Devolver Digital's Subversive Showcase at 7 p.m. Brandon was never cool, as indicated by the fact that he hit his mic when he did his finger guns. The simple act of recapping these broadcast times has me thanking my lucky stars we agreed to fly in early to get situated for E3. So this is kind of his little personal take on it, but they had some interesting information just about the big things that they were going to hit up, which is funny that you were talking about basically the same thing.
Mm.
Like the Microsoft, the Devolver Digital, and the Bethesda things.
Yeah.
So
Sony's not going to be there this year.
Right.
Square Enix is doing one. Nintendo's doing a Nintendo Direct where they're going to be talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Sword and Shield, I think.
Mm-hmm. And that's all good. So I'm going to lead right into my other story. You remember the Mario Kart themed go-kart company?
Mm-hmm.
They lost against Nintendo in court again.
Aw.
So this comes from Gama Sutra. The ruling leaves the once Mario-themed business on the hook for damages that could exceed the previous 10 million yen ruling. Nintendo has another legal victory against the go-kart company Mari Mobility, this time in a higher court. The ruling could leave the Mario-themed go-kart business on the hook for damages higher than the previous 10 million yen, or roughly 92,500 American dollars. American doll hairs. Sora News 24 reports that Mari Mobility, previously known as Mari Car, appealed the 10 million yen it was ordered to pay Nintendo in damages following last year's IP infringement lawsuit. Nintendo brought the case before the Intellectual Property High Court, however, and interim judgment agreed that Mari Mobility's business constituted copyright infringement. That court has yet to decide how much is owed to Nintendo in damages, but Sora News 24 notes that it could be more than 10 million yen Mari Mobility appealed. More than the 10 million yen Mari Mobility appealed against.
Damn.
Nintendo representative is quoted in saying, "We will continue to take necessary measures against infringements of our brand in order to protect our valuable intellectual property that we have developed over the years." Which, I will give Nintendo that. When they have a property, they just beat it into the ground.
Yes. Yes, they do.
But at the same time, that Nintendo is, all right, Kevin, I'll see you later. Enjoy your dad's stuff. It is absolutely because he's happy to see you. 100%.
It's an erection.
It's just so calm and matter of the fact. It's an erection. But Nintendo is well known for going after pretty much anybody who is infringing in any way.
Oh yeah,
on their
Nintendo does
properties.
not fuck around with their IPs.
Nope. Never play a Nintendo game on fucking Twitch unless you have specific rights to do so, and they don't hand those out super readily.
Don't stream it on YouTube at all or put it up on YouTube.
Yep, they'll take you down. Don't talk about Mario.
Yeah.
The first rule about Mario is that you don't talk about Mario.
They actually have pulled
second
videos
rule
of people
about-
reviewing Mario games and stuff.
Yeah, they have. Second rule about Mario is don't talk about Luigi and Princess's illicit affair. You don't want to do that.
I think that's your weird fan fiction.
Well, there's a reason why I never released my weird fan fiction, Brandon. It's because I don't want a lawsuit from Nintendo. Duh.
All right there, sass pants.
That one should not be turned on. So yeah, I mean, do you think Nintendo has the right to? I mean, of course they have the right, but do you think that they're too up in arms about protecting their stuff?
In some cases, yeah. With the emulator stuff and with the ROMs, absolutely.
Yeah.
With this, no. I mean, if there's a company that's doing a Mario Kart themed company
Yeah.
and isn't giving Nintendo the rights for any of it,
Go ahead.
then I think they absolutely deserve it.
Yeah. Fair enough. I can't really argue. I mean, Mario Kart is probably one of the top 5 most famous Nintendo properties.
Mm-hmm.
So it does make sense for them to be a little more protective than some other things.
Yeah.
What's gross? What are you grossing?
Oh.
What are you grossing?
Oh.
Oh. And come in and say something positive, damn it.
Yeah. Everything's just gross.
Gross. Luigi fanfic. You're just saying that because you don't like Italian guys. You know, like guys with big bushy mustaches.
Also, I
It's
want
like
to
a
say,
caterpillar between your legs.
what is gross about Luigi Princess Peach fan fiction?
Nothing.
In and of itself, there's absolutely nothing gross.
Yes.
We didn't say that it was erotic.
No, we didn't.
It's actually very tastefully done. The sex scenes do make up a good 80% of the book.
89%, but 80s, yeah.
But it's tasteful.
Yeah, it's
You
all
describe it
tasteful.
as having a caterpillar between her legs.
Yeah.
The nose job that he gives is described actually very graphic, to be fair.
It is. It's super graphic.
Yeah, it's like kind of beyond the pale a little bit.
Just that part, though. Like, that's the only part.
Yeah, but that's like 80.
87% of the fanfic. Oh, jeez. Whatever, man. Kids' characters have been used for that sort of thing for eons.
Yeah, if I can't jerk off to Sonic the Hedgehog, then what am I working for?
Wait, new Sonic or old Sonic?
Both.
Oh,
New Sonic v. Old Sonic.
wow. That's interesting.
The Rainbow Connection.
Yep. The Rainbow Connection. Give me another story, Brandon. You piece of
iTunes-
shit.
iTunes is going away.
iTunes is going away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank God. Now I don't have to say that you have to rate us on iTunes.
Yep.
Yep. I know it's been a while, Brandon, but get with the program.
Yep.
Please, continue.
It's going to be split into 3 separate apps.
So they're gonna do like iTunes for music, or
One for music, one for TV, and one for
One
movies.
Oh, not doing one for podcasts. Not a separate one for podcasts.
I could have sworn. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to be music and podcasts together.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that would make sense. As I was scrolling through stories, I did see that somebody is doing a lawsuit against Apple for their App Store being a monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read through that one just because it sounded a little boring to me. I didn't want to touch on it, but nice little follow-up, I guess. So them splitting these things up into different apps is tentatively a way to, allow other apps in the Apple Store. Excuse me, I had a burp that was working its way up. To be able to compete in the market. Except for, all of those apps come preloaded onto the Apple phone.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you don't like it, you can get another app.
It's going to be it's going to be launched with their new operating system,
Catalina.
which comes out, I believe, next year.
They're so fucking hoity-toity.
Mojave.
Fucking
High Sierra.
stupid. You know what?
Catalina.
Give me my fucking dessert Android things. Lollipop.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Ice cream. Butt stuff.
It's a really good dessert, butt stuff.
Android 9.3. Ass play.
You can only get it at a bar in Los Agaves. But it's good. It's a really good dessert.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Where will I listen to my music on my computer? That's how I stream my Apple Music. Oh, okay. Apple already has an app for podcasts. This is true, but it's not. Is it separate from iTunes, or don't you have to, get it? Excuse me. Get it through iTunes or something? I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
I see. This is why we don't own iPhones, because it's fucking convoluted and overpriced. Super stoked for the Ryzen 3900X. I did see a story on that, but I didn't want to go down the tech road today.
Is that the new processor? New Ryzen processor?
Is that the processor or is that the video card? I don't remember now. I didn't read the story, so. Gonna give my current rig to the kiddos. Nice. The CPU.
Yeah, the CPU.
Okay. All right, I did 2. You're up?
I just did iTunes.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I can do another one, though.
If you want.
I have 2 more stories.
I've got 2 space newses. Take another. Battery's too weak. I just sucked in a bunch of juice.
Ugh.
Yep. Now plug this bitch in. It actually made me need to blow my nose.
So it just sucked straight juice in?
Yep. It was not pleasant.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a story I'm super excited for.
Okay.
I don't know how you'll feel about this or if you'll care, but I read this last night, so this is pretty breaking news.
Okay.
The Russo Brothers, who worked on Avengers movies,
Mm-hmm.
are working on a Magic the Gathering anime in conjunction with Netflix.
Interesting.
The script for the series will be written by Henry Gilroy, who worked on shows such as Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars The Clone Wars.
Okay.
He will be joined by Jose Molina, who did The Tick and Agent Carter.
The new tick?
Yes.
Okay.
The animation work for the show will be done by a company called Octopi.
Okay, I haven't heard of Octopi, but everything else I've heard of, and that sounds pretty good.
Octopi is in relation to another company called Balder or something like that.
I've heard of Balder. I'm pretty sure I've heard.
And they did the animation for, among other things, Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can be looking towards that sort of style, I guess.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they could do any kind of style, really.
Yeah.
You know.
In a statement, Octopi said, "Working with Joe and Anthony, Wizards of the Coast, and Netflix on such a universally cherished brand is a real highlight for our studio. Our goal is to not only tell a compelling story leveraging Magic the Gathering's incredible body of work, but to also push the medium and perception of storytelling through animation. This series will cross the genre."
I like the
rise there at
flourish.
the end.
The flourish at the end, yes.
Thank you.
Quill, thank you for the follow.
So yeah, I'm pretty stoked for this.
Yeah. That does sound very interesting. It sounds like it'll be a good project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the Russo brothers, you have the guy who worked on the Clone Wars and Rebels.
And there is just a ton of lore in Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
So it makes me very interested what they're going to follow. I would love to see an Urza's Chronicles.
Probably not Urza. They showed a teaser for it,
Yeah.
like a little Magic the Gathering teaser, and it had Chandra,
Uh-huh.
who's one of the current Planeswalkers.
Right. I figured that they'll go with the Planeswalker thing because that's what, is still predominant in Magic,
Yeah.
seems like.
Oh, yeah.
But I grew up with Urza. So, and I really like the stories of, like, the Weatherlight and all of that stuff, so.
Oh, yeah. Doing the Brothers War, like Urza and Mishra, doing that story with the Phyrexians coming in and taking control of your body parts and building metal onto you in an anime style, like a gritty anime style, like a hard R rating would be so cool.
Like Akira
Yeah.
style, that would be fucking badass for sure.
You'd never see it. I mean, this will probably be... The company also did Teen Titans.
Okay.
Balder did Teen Titans, or Teen Titans Go, one of those two.
Right. Probably Teen Titans, regular Teen Titans. But I don't know, I could have done them both. I mean, that's the thing about, those animation studios. Those people can literally draw any style. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be a specific thing.
And I mean, the animation adaptation of Castlevania on Netflix is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. Did they do that as well?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just saying in general, like, we talked about Castlevania when it was first announced on the podcast.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I wasn't sure how it was going to be, and it came out, and I've watched the entire first season and half of the second season, and it's really, really, really good.
Yeah. That's good. Hi, Steve. I missed you too. Did you miss Steve, Brandon?
I did.
Are you lying?
No, I missed him because of all the foam.
How you doing, Steve? Are you home now? Nice. How was work? How was work, dear? I'll make you some dinner. Hold on. The best show. Oh, you. Flattery will get you everywhere, but you don't have to flatter to get into my pants, Steve.
I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Brandon's going to go take a pee. Take a pee, poops. So that's what we tell Kaya whenever our dog, whenever she goes out. I'll entertain you guys. Work was okay. Honey bunny. Oh, look at that. He inadvertently centered the camera on me. That's fantastic. Yeah, you did. But, fuck, Jesus. This chair is a little old, and the bar that keeps it from tilting backwards slips. But anyway, whenever we tell the dog to go outside to use the bathroom, we tell her to go out and make pee poops. Pee poops. It cracks me up. It comes from an animated web short from, if you've heard of a wee and a shit, nice. it comes from a web short that was made by a couple of the guys who worked at, like, separate from but in the same offices of Penny Arcade. So if any of you are familiar with that long-running webcomic series, Penny Arcade, and those guys, and PAX, Penny Arcade Expo, and their D&D exploits on stage during PAX. I know you don't, Steve, but some other people might. Anyway, it's, I don't know if I can find the link or not real quick. Hold on. Let's find out. Oh, Ginger's messaging me. So yeah, let me see if I can find that real quick. Okay, hold on.
Oh, God damn it, Chris. Why is it so hot in
It's
here?
the burning heat, Scott. It's a heat wave. And I don't like it.
Why?
Can't take it anymore.
What the fuck? I don't understand. Technology works. Why is the air conditioning not on?
I don't know. I was trying to use it to make ice cream for my dog.
You got a dog?
No, but someday.
Oh, we seriously need some ideas for staying cool in these summer months in this economy.
Well, nothing keeps me cooler than an ice cold beard transfusion. Oh, God. Painful.
Nothing keeps me cooler than this blamation.
Oh, it's right in my arm. Hey, what the fuck, man?
Sorry, bro.
What the fuck is wrong with you, you stupid asshole? You fucking pushed me at the urinal, you piece of fucking shit.
Christ, take it easy. Said it was an accident.
Fuck your bullshit accidents, man. I've beat people to a fucking pulp for way less than this, you ass master.
Said I was sorry.
Fuck, you're sorry. I'm the one who was making pee poops. Shit like that never happens to me.
Well, what?
You fucking ran right into me while I was making my pee poops, you fucking tool. And that wasn't an accident. You wanna go? Huh? You wanna do this? You wanna do this?
No,
go?
I,
We'll fight?
What? It's just, what?
You're gonna be tasting blood in a second, motherfucker. I'm the one that's gotta walk around all night with pee poops all over my shorts.
Pee poops?
Yeah, asshole. What the fuck would you call it? You fucking shoved me while I was making my pee poops. What'd you think was gonna happen?
You mean while you were pissing?
What are you, a fucking scientist? You never had to go to the bathroom in your life? Yeah, pee poops was coming out of my tickle buddy.
What the hell is going on in here? We're having a party.
Yeah, well, the party's over because Cockface here just made me drip pee poops all over the front of my Jimmy Jam.
Wait, what? What happened?
Yeah, I'd kind of like to hear you explain this, actually.
So I'm fucking making my pee poops. When this asshole, he comes in.
Wait, what were you
I'm
doing
making
again?
a pee poops. I've had 2 fucking 40s tonight, and I've been trying to get with this hot fucking girl out there. And now because this piece of shit, I gotta go out there with pee poops all over my downstairs giggle place.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to bump into him.
Your excuses are your own, motherfucker. Let's see how funny it is when I break every bone in your fucking body, and you're making pee poops in a plastic bag.
What's all the noise in here? You're supposed to keep it down after 11 p.m.
Oh, you're in deep shit now, dude. Hey, R.A., I want to issue a formal complaint.
Is this about that hot plate in the room again?
Worse, I was in the public bathroom, minding my own business, trying to squeeze out some big pee poops from a sprinkle pouch when Pussy Repellent over here saunters in and bumps into me so hard that he knocks my gunny bag right out of my hand, and I just start spraying pee poops all the way down to my wiffle maker. These are $300 shoes, man, and they're covered in angry lemonade.
Seriously, you realize how ridiculous it is to say pee poops out of my whatever, right?
No. What else would you call it?
Pissing out of your dick?
You're trouble.
That fucking monologue.
Ugh, Scott, I thought nighttime would help, but even this isn't working.
All right. So anyway, that was the pee poops. So now if ever I say pee poops, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear it, which kind of sucks. Because I don't remember it verbatim or anything. So
Hey.
No. He never smelled like egg salad. It's more like tuna casserole.
No, I always ate the school lunches.
Yeah, so did I. I love school lunches.
School lunches are pretty good.
They were fantastic. And then when we would eat school lunches together, you would make me eat terrible concoctions.
Yeah, I would make you.
I would do it for your guys' entertainment so that you would like me.
Yeah, exactly.
So you made me. In order to be accepted by you guys, I had to be the fat kid.
I mean, if you want to say it like that, just make us sound terrible.
To be fair, you guys were terrible.
Yeah. You were terrible, too.
But I was also.
You were terrible in your own way. I'm sure there are people that we went to high school with in our group of friends who were like, man, Remington was just as much of an asshole as everybody else was to me.
No, I was a saint. I've got a wheeze from where I swallowed the juice.
You're wheezing the juice?
Yep.
Pauly Shore style?
Yep. So, what do we leave off with? Oh my freaking God, it's Spyro. What's up, Onyx? How you doing? Dropping those Ray emotes.
Yep.
Yep. What did we last talk about?
You were going into space news, unless you had anything to do with Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
you
that's
had
right.
anything
We
to say
talked
about
about
that?
Magic, yeah. So yeah, going back to the Magic thing, it sounds like a pretty exciting story, for sure. Just to wrap it up there.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the acknowledgement.
I think I already said it, so. So now I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to show you which button to push. Okay, you get to push the button, Brandon. Wait, which button is it? Oh, this one. Okay. Brandon gets to push the button, so I'm going to let him push the button. So now we're going to get ready to do some space news. Yeah.
I did it.
You did it. I'm proud of you. It was good stuff. The Cherenkov telescope array is a... I completely fucked that up.
Okay.
All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about, the Cherenkov telescope array. Professor Werner Hoffman, spokesperson for the Cherenkov telescope array and director of the Max Planck Institute for Nuclear Physics in Italy? Is it
I
Bologna?
believe so. Bologna.
Bologna, Italy? They met in Bologna, Italy. To discuss the process that has been made so far on the CTA and the challenges involved in creating this unique observatory. So this is a new observatory. It's scheduled to be like the foremost observatory for viewing high energy gamma ray astronomy over the next decade and beyond. They're basically looking for this observatory to push further and further into the gamma ray background to see how it's affecting space.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So this, I'm basically going to just link this in the show notes because it's a back and forth. It's an interview between these guys, but it's a super, super interesting read. I just don't want to read it verbatim for everybody.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to put it out there and highlight it. The space news is going to be really short. My other space news, a new 1,087 piece Lego set celebrates NASA's 50th anniversary on the moon landing. So they created a moon rover, or the moon landing pod,
That's badass.
out of 1,000 Legos, which is super freaking sweet.
Yeah, that is really
It
cool.
looks cool as fuck. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys real quick. Just the picture. I love Legos, but I can never really afford them. We had like the big Mega Blocks and stuff, but I didn't have a ton of Legos. I ended up getting Connects because at the time Connects were the knockoff Legos that were still cheap enough for me to get.
Yeah.
So here is the okay. Up. There we go. Up. White. Up. There we go. So here you can see it here. I said here a lot.
Here.
Next month marks the 50th anniversary of NASA's 1989 mission, or 1969 mission, which landed astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the moon. To celebrate the semi-centennial event, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration has teamed up with LEGO to release a 1,087-piece replica of the Apollo 11 lunar module. The module is equipped with both descent and ascent features and comes with a base plate that mimics the surface of the moon, including embedded square holes that match the astronauts' figures' footprints. LEGO launched the sale of the model earlier this month. You can find this LEGO set and other NASA-inspired space modules on their website. If we scroll down here, we can also see some of the like internal pieces of the module. There's the landing struts. There's where it kind of plugs in. There's a little adorable little astronaut with his adorable little American flag.
Man, I want this so bad.
I know, isn't that cool as fuck?
How much is it?
It doesn't say the price there. Let's see if we go over to their website. $100.
That's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's only 1,000 pieces. That's not a ton of pieces in Lego World.
Yeah.
There are kind of small bits and bobs, though. Wait, they do cars? I don't think I'd ever seen that.
Mm-hmm.
The Aston Martin, the James Bond Aston Martin. That's cool. $150. Not that cool, but super cool. So, yeah. What do you think about the... do you enjoy those like set specific toys and collector items like that. I mean, we're both nerds, so we like our collectible figurines
Yeah.
and whatnot. But you know, stuff like this where it's Lego, you know, it's interesting to me that you can just build a piece of history to keep around. That's really interesting to me.
Yeah, it is neat that you can just kind of hold, like you said, a piece of history in your hand.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, really? I don't think I've played with Studio. Well, whatever that. It tried to. I tried to click on that, and I shouldn't have. I should have known better, because that's not what that is. Duh. Brain fart. But anyway. I knew it after I clicked it. See, the old guy is starting to catch up to me. Where I'm starting to
just clicking links.
Where I'm starting to click links before I think about it. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not actually a link. That's
Yeah.
a program, a game, whatever. But yeah, will I be getting that anytime soon? Probably not. But I would love to just have that sort of thing to hang from places, and just. There was during one of the Star Wars releases, there was right, yeah, I know. I realized that after I clicked it. I was like, that's not a link. After one of the Star Wars releases, there was like a big AT-AT at Walmart. It was one of those cardboard displays, and it was massive, and they were getting rid of it. I just wanted to take it so bad, but I did not have a way to get it home.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that sucks. It was same thing with, like, there was a Millennium Falcon that was just suspended from the ceiling, and it was getting ready to go out, and nobody had claimed it, so...
But you just didn't have room for it.
Yeah, I did, because they were both massive pieces. But thank you.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar with that website he's talking about.
Yeah. So I lost my train of thought completely.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm spacing out.
That's all right.
Hard.
It's about that time. We've been live for almost 2 hours, so
Okay.
that's good. We did a good job.
That's good.
It'll
Yeah,
come
I'm
out better
spacing
in
out.
editing.
God, I hope so.
Okay. Did I really close my script too? I'm an idiot. So that wraps up this episode 189.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 190 will be coming out next week.
Pushing into the home stretch.
Yep. So it'll be only 10 until 200 episodes.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
We have to figure out something to do for 200.
We do. We'll put up a poll or something like that. We'll come up with a couple ideas.
Yeah.
Before next week,
That
and I'll
sounds
put
good.
it up on the live chat. And if anybody comes in and twitch.tv/DuelingOgres, if you haven't followed us already, you can follow us and hit the notification bell, and you'll get a notification whenever we go live. Or it'll also push out to any of our social media stuff, Facebook and Twitter specifically.
Okay.
So it did it automatically today. I didn't have to go in, but it was still like 15, 25 minutes after the fact. So, but hey, we're here, and that's all that matters.
And you're here too.
If you have any questions or comments, or you'd like to hear yourself on air, you can call us at 978-DU-OGRES. That's 978-386-4737. You can also reach us on Twitter at Dueling Ogres. Email us at duelingogres@gmail.com. If you have any interest in writing articles for us, you can hit us up at duelingogres@gmail.com or bloggers@duelingogres.com. send us an email, and we will probably publish anything that you want to write.
Yeah.
As long as it's not an erotic fan fiction about Luigi, that's my territory.
Yeah. But it's gross.
Right, but it's gross. Or you can leave a comment on our Facebook page like these nice people. Brandon?
We only had one comment this week.
Did we not have one from Diamond Man too? I thought we did.
He thanked you for sharing his Soccer Mom Killer.
Oh,
Kickstarter
yeah.
page.
So the Diamond Man, Stephen Hines, is going to be releasing a new Kickstarter for the second installation of the Soccer Mom Killer comic.
Right.
I don't remember what the date was off the top of my head, but I'll take a look while you read the comment.
Okay. Our one comment this week was from Viscount Terry W. Irvin II, who says, funny, mention hairless apes and Brandon automatically loses his train of thought. It's very true. I lose my train of thought very easily, especially this episode. My train of thought has been completely derailed more than once. Sadly, if an asteroid impact was going to end the world, an End of the World podcast probably wouldn't happen unless everything was on automatic.
O ye of little faith.
Who would go into work to make sure electricity and the internet was up and running during those final hours?
Trained baboons.
You two, however, could spend your last hour together talking and having a good time, right?
Talking, yes. Having a good time, I never do.
Having a good time.
Having a good time. And so silence in the sky, and a diamond just find the loss of gravity. We can buy somebody like Lady Godiva. Okay.
Loved having space news back times 2.
Times 2. I am trying to pull that up, but it's not pulling up for me. Oh, I just had it. Hold on. Oppa Gangnam Style. June 21st is when the Soccer Mom Killer #2 Kickstarter will launch. And yes, publish. We have our own DuelingOGRES.com website where we occasionally have different authors post articles pertaining to some of your favorite geek news.
Mm-hmm.
So, in fact, I was just getting ready to talk about that after the comments.
Perfect timing.
It is. It's so good. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe at our website at duelingogres.com for new shows, articles pertaining to some of your favorite geek news. We show we put out a monthly email reader that goes off usually the third or the fourth that just lists everything that we had that came through.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have people who occasionally write articles for us. We don't pay anything. It's just you talk about something that you're passionate about and we publish it if it's not hate speech or super gross or really, really weird. I mean, I'm okay with some weird, but if I have an aneurysm after reading it, I probably won't be able to edit it and publish it. So.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think you wrote one. It was a Pokemon one.
The Bukowski Pokemon one?
The Bukowski Pokemon. Yeah, the Bukowski-esque Pokemon story. And that, skirted the too weirdo meter for me.
Are you talking about Love is a Squirtle from Hell?
Yes.
Probably my favorite thing I've ever written.
It's really good, but it skirted that weirdness thing for me. I was like, that's just so weird to me. But then again, I never really cared much for Bukowski, so
yeah,
there's that. I'm too happy of a person for that shit. So yes, if you're interested in writing, by all means hit us up. You can even join our Discord, DM me, whatever.
Yeah.
And finally, be sure to leave us a 5-star review on iTunes for the moment. That helps us boost higher on the cool kids list because every podcast catcher uses the iTunes library to put it out. So as long as you're on iTunes, you're almost on every other podcast catcher.
Yeah, which is nuts.
Yes. If you don't like iTunes or you don't have an Apple device to listen to us through, I just found a new one that I really enjoy. It's called Radio Public.
Okay.
And the neat thing about Radio Public is that if you it's a new platform that they launched on Libsyn, Libsyn is who I put the podcasts out through.
Yeah, it's like our publisher.
Yeah, they're our podcast. What is it called? My brain just doesn't want to do it. Anyway,
RSS feed?
yeah, they do the RSS feed. They put it out to YouTube and the audio version out to YouTube and Google and half a dozen other things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they just added Radio Public. I really like the player in it. And on top of that, they share their ad revenue if you sign up for it. So they will plug an ad in at the beginning of your show before it starts and then plug one in on the after and share that ad revenue with you.
Oh, wow.
Which is kind of nice for us. But regardless of that fact, like I said, I really like the player. It's really easy to use. I've got Kapow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, sitting here in queue, ready for me to listen to. You've got a profile, a rewind 5 seconds button, a fast forward 30 seconds button, a skip to the next. It shows all of the show notes in there as well, where you can see all of the links that we talked about. So if you want to follow up on any of the stories, like the one that I just briefly mentioned about the new observatory,
Mm-hmm.
you can check that in the show notes. I always try to put up the links in there.
What'd you say it was called?
Radio Public.
Radio Public.
If you don't want to download a new catcher, you can always find us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, or nearly anywhere else you can find a podcast.
Just about everywhere.
Actually, everywhere. Except for Pandora.
Fucking Pandora
Fucking
wouldn't accept us.
Pandora wouldn't accept us because they're all like, "You're not Mark Maron. We're not going to put you on our platform because you're not Mark Maron." Fucking Mark Maron. Wouldn't it be funny if Mark Maron listens to Dueling Ogres
Yeah.
religiously?
I
He's
love
like,
that show.
He's like, wait a minute. Because Mark Maron sounds like Squidward.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I lost my train of thought again. This is going to hell in a handbasket.
Yes, it is.
We're
It's
both getting
started.
tired
Yeah.
and warm. Also, one last thing. For a long, long time, I had our Patreon in the editing stages.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we had hemmed and hawed about what kind of tiers to put up in it. I've got 3 tiers in there, a $1 tier, a $3 tier, and a $5 tier. The $1 tier is, hey, thanks a lot, you gave us $1. The $3 tier gets your name put up on any of the live streams and a mention at the end of the episodes.
Okay.
And the $5 tier gets you that plus early access to the recorded episode, both video and audio.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So once this vlog, or once we finish up, I will take this vlog, I will send it over to YouTube as as a private video, and I will delete this VOD.
Okay.
Because Twitch, they keep the VODs for so long.
Mhm.
So once this is done, I'm going to take the VOD down. So it's part of the perks of the $5 tier.
Gotcha.
So it is live now. So if you want to support us on like a monthly basis, you can hit us up, give us the $1, $3, and just set it and forget it. And I will kiss you on the mouth.
Yeah, that should be
Even
one
at
of the
the
tiers.
even at the $1 tier. See, it's just a free kiss on the mouth. I'll kiss anybody on the mouth.
It's true, he will.
Yeah, so I will do it. I will do it to all of you if you give us $1.
Is the link for the Patreon going to be in the show notes too?
Yes, the link will be in the show notes. It's also on the website. There's a big orange Become a Patron button right on the top right-hand side of the website. That's duelingogres.com. And I'm just interested to see if anybody's going to check it out and do it. So,
Yeah, because I mean, if there's interest in the Patreon, there's obviously more stuff we could do with that in the future too.
absolutely.
This is us. I see. Like you hadn't told me about this until just now.
Yes,
So I'm finding out about it with you, the listeners.
Yes, and I will tell you it's weird for both of us. Because to us it kind of feels like begging.
Yeah.
And because we don't do a lot of extra content outside of just the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little weird for us. But the long and the short of it is because of the changes that has happened in my life, being able to afford the podcast is something that is becoming very difficult. So, Brandon's hours got cut back. I'm working 2 jobs and wearing myself out for next to nothing to be able to pay my bills. And I figured, you know what? I might as well just go ahead and throw the Patreon out there as well.
Yeah.
Because we've got ads on our website. They're pretty surreptitious. They're not in your face. I usually throw an ad down at the very bottom of the description of the podcast as well. And that ad revenue adds up to pennies, if not dollars a month.
Yeah.
And not like less than $10 a month. This is a way for you, the listener, to do a set and forget, support a show that you love, and, be there for us like we hope that we are there for you.
Yeah.
Bringing some sort of awkward joy into your life, much like this impromptu rant has done.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of that. It keeps it because I'm an affiliate. It keeps it for 30 days before it actually deletes the VOD. But I have the ability to delete the VOD right afterwards. So, and thanks, baby. I love you too, Ice White. So yeah. Anyway, that's the new reveal. The radio or the that new podcast catcher or a podcatcher app, Radio Public, and then the Patreon, the 2 things that I've been working on for the podcast for the past couple of days.
Okay,
getting
cool.
that stuff kind of set up and finalized. So
Yeah. I'm excited to have a Patreon set up finally.
yeah, it's just something simple. It's nothing. We're not gonna jump through hoops because we have no hoops to jump through. So
Yeah, but if it takes off in any sort of meaningful way,
yeah.
I mean, there's always more stuff we could do further down the line with it too.
Yeah, and full disclosure, like in order to pay for Libsyn, it's $20 a month. It's not that much. So, 4 people doing a $5 one, and that is paid for. That's 400 megs of space that we can do a podcast a week.
Right.
If I have to cut it down, I was talking to Brandon about this the other day, how an extra $20 a month is just not something that I think I can swing right now because I'm behind on bills from this transition from school, losing the unemployment that I was on, and then, I got jobs immediately, but that money takes a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
That
no
money
doubt.
takes a couple of weeks to come in and start going. So, but it's always awkward to talk about, like I said, because both of us like to make our own way, and we don't like to ask people for money.
Yeah.
So I'm not asking. I just set up a Patreon. If you want to support us, great. If you don't, great. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll
still put out the episodes.
We'll still keep putting
regardless.
this shit out. So you just get early access if you want.
Yeah.
So
If you want to hear the unedited version for whatever horrible reason.
well, it'll be the unedited video version, but the edited audio version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll put out the edited audio version, and I'll just delay by a day when I put it out. Because now I have time. Now that the schedule is kind of evened out, I have time to work on the podcast.
Okay.
So I should be able to turn it over a lot more quickly now that all of the craziness and me being tired after work is done.
Yeah.
So, but okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next week, Ogres, keep your clubs blunt.
And your tusks sharp.
Good night. And I'll have to put up a thingy over there. So we've got the recording. This is going to be a bitch to record or to edit too, because I'll have to pull the audio off and sort through the shit that bailed out on us.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a fun one to edit. But yeah. All right, everybody out there in live land, thank you guys so much for watching, commenting, sticking around. Sleeping Quill, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed. Anybody else out there who is lurking, I appreciate you. We got Meaty and Steve, Beautiful Zombie. Greener is out there lurking. Penny and Zero out there lurking as well. Thank you for the trolls that I got to boot pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I always love dropping the banhammer on fuck faces. So, love you. You're a unicorn? Well, that's neither here nor there, really. I mean,
Yeah.
ogres don't eat unicorns.
Not typically.
No, not typically. I mean, if they're starving, but that's true of anything.
Yeah.
So,
An ogre would eat a horse, though, no problem.
oh yeah, 100% for sure. But a unicorn is a magical beast, and you get a curse if you eat one.
Yeah, I feel like an ogre would be scared of a unicorn more than anything else. If we're going by D&D rules.
True, true. Also, if you go by, what's the DC show with the time travelers? Why am I fucking brain farting on their name?
I have no idea.
The
I know what you're talking about, but I've never watched it, so I don't know.
anyway, they had a killer unicorn on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Like blew a guy up with his horn,
Wow.
poked a hole right through his chest. Good stuff.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There was a killer unicorn in Cabin in the Woods, too.
Oh, interesting.
It just impaled a guy with its horn, just like...
See, I mean, that's what it's there for. It is a weapon.
Yeah.
It's not there to look pretty. Legends of Tomorrow, thank you. My brain just didn't want to remember what it was. We've got several of the episodes recorded, so we have some catching up to do. We started watching Supergirl again.
Oh, yeah.
And because it's so funny because like we'll watch all of the via D&D. You're an elf. We were watching it's the Red Daughter saga, so it's old. Like we're a season behind now, but it's where Supergirl is exposed to an exotic material from Krypton that was left over.
Okay.
And this exposure causes her to split into two Supergirls. And this new Supergirl has, amnesia. She doesn't know anything about her. She's just a copy. She is found in not Russia, Kaznia, and they try to turn her into a weapon, and they get Lex Luthor, who's in prison, to, because he's the number one expert on
Superman and
on Kryptonians.
yeah.
And for anybody who watches it religiously, this is old news. But so here we have a Russian-speaking Supergirl who is being slowly manipulated into fighting the real Supergirl. So that's a thing that's going to be happening.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
It's cool. Supergirl is campy, and as long as you go into it knowing that occasionally you're going to get slapped in the face with campiness or some social justice stuff, if you go into it knowing that you're going to have some eye-rolly moments about that, where it's just like shoving social justice into your face,
Yeah.
then you can. It's an enjoyable series. But if you're the kind of person who just can't stand that kind of social justiceness
That'll just,
in your
you'll
face
just
all
roll
the
your eyes
time,
at it.
yeah, you'll immediately want to turn it off. So, I don't mind it. Yes. It's so predictable. Well, I mean, they've done the story in the comics before, too. They're just rewriting stories that have already been done in the comics.
Yeah.
Sometimes changing who it happened to. There was one story that happened to Superman, but they took it and used it for Supergirl. So, but anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We're going to go ahead and end the stream now. I am not going to send off a raid to anybody, but I will start up a host. So just stick around. That'll kick over to that here in just a few moments, and we will see you next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
I will not know for sure until I get my schedule, but probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay, that's fine.
Chances are good Wednesday.
Wednesday's good for me.
Okay. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you. Tell them goodbye, Brandon.
Goodbye.